Third period. Still looking for the game's first goal as we are now underway here in this third period. And they'll be forward trying to shake the defender. He's clear. The Blues gain control of the puck against the wall. Moves it to Shen. Shen's got it against the boards. Right out in front. Huge steal in his own end. Blast from the blue line. Can't get it to go. Quick pass to Krug. Right up the gut. Here they go. And tries to make a diagonal pass to Shen. Centered out in front. Stopped by the goaltender.
Nice move by the goalie to get out close to the shooter. Manson's made this part of his game. He levels his opponent here.
Good read by the winger as the two setters tie up. Moves it around along the half wall. Slides it back to the blue line. Taken along the wall by Landeskog. And the goaltender grabs that one for a whistle to try to slow things down here. Puck is dropped and he wins the draw here in the defensive zone. Sundqvist got it into offensive territory. Picked up along the boards by Cole. Carries the puck through the neutral zone. Cole's got it to the side. From one end of the blue line to the other. St. Louis has it near the wall. Directed over to Sundqvist. Here they are on the attack. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. Here's a short pass to Donskoy. Takes it and looks ahead. Excellent stick work on the play. Parayko's carrying it ahead. And he slides it quickly to Fowler. Huge play in his own end to come up with the puck. And here's the pass to Brouwer. And it's a quick pass to Fowler. Puts it to the front of the net. Right in the slot. Blocker save.
Had to be sharp. That's a grade A chance.
And he gains the zone here. Moves it quickly over to Cole. Taken by Brouwer. Now a quick pass to Parayko. St. Louis takes possession of the neutral zone. Deflected away. Nice defensive use of the stick there. Moves the puck up to Nelson. And now he moves it quickly to Nichushkin. Comes up with the stop.
I loved making that save in road hockey, the old blocker stop.
A lot on the line here in this offensive zone faceoff. While the centers are jammed up, nice job by the winger to steal the puck. Nichushkin's got it along the wing. From the opposite point. Calvert's going to play it near the point. Passes right to the front, and that one's broken up by a great defensive play. Moves the puck into the attacking area. Handles it along the blue line. And the traffic neutralizes that threat. And the puck's knocked loose. And now it's to Nichushkin. Brings the puck into the offensive end now. Puck scooped up by Falk. Less than 60 seconds to play in this tight one. Moves the puck inside the offensive zone. Colorado's got the puck along the wall. Rantanen's going to play it against the half wall. In front, the puck stopper gets on top, but we'll get a little stoppage in play here, Ray.
Yep, goalies are going to jump on it as quick as they can anytime around the front of the net. Those are the saves that are gifts from the goaltender. That looked like an automatic goal. He's able to make the stop.
Center's jammed up and the winger grabs the puck. Quick feed to McKinnon. And he slides it quickly to Rantanen. And that's blocked. Takes a hit but still hangs on to the puck. Moves it to McKinnon. 15 seconds. Picks off the pass in the defensive zone. From the left side into the middle of the neutral zone. Quick pass to Schwartz. Stopped by the goaltender. Can't keep a hold of it. Loose puck battle along the boards. Puck leaves the zone, forcing a mass exodus. There's the horn to end period number 3. Still deadlocked here. That means overtime is coming up.
Don't forget, fans, if you're here with somebody celebrating a birthday tonight.
Well, buckle up, everybody, because overtime is coming up in moments. Listen to this place. The electricity's so thick you could cut it with a knife. Sudden death, overtime. The puck is dropped. Let's go. Moves the puck. Snaps one here in the slot. Denied by the goaltender.
He's on it. Good chance, but he's able to glove that shot.
A critical draw here. Schen's won the draw deep in the defensive zone. And now it's grabbed by Schenn. Here's a chance. Ahead of steam now towards the front. And that shot goes nowhere as the lane was filled. Here's a short pass to Rantanen. With possession along the wall. Oh, some fans thought that was in, but that went off the side of the net. Let's one go. Nice save by the keeper to trap that puck in his chest. A big face-off here inside the offensive end. Thomas has it in their own end. Good reach to the stick to knock the puck away. Slides that one right across the blue line. Moves it quickly over to Bushnevich. Quick shot. Big save by the goaltender. This is a face-off they'll definitely want to win here inside the offensive zone. Good read by the winger as the two centers tie up. Oh, they telegraph the pass, and he picks it off. Sends the pass over. Takes a shot. Gets in front of it. A big draw looming here in the offensive zone. And momentum on their side as they win the draw here inside the offensive zone. Feeds it down low. Quick feed to Drouin. St. Louis has it in the neutral zone. They've got numbers. Sends it across. Nice defensive robbery on that. And he gets the puck right back. Oh, wide of the net. Puck picked up by Thomas. And a stick in the lane ends that threat. Locked in on that last opportunity there. Final minute of OT, and it's still anyone's game. Unloads it just wide. Knocked away. Battling for it along the boards. And some fancy footwork to kick it over to his teammate. And there's a power play opportunity coming up here. St. Louis on the attack. And now he tries to get it across to Thomas. Stopped by the goaltender. Here comes the call. The Avalanche have been handed 2 minutes for hooking.
I guess at a certain point you got to let the guy go. But he worries that he's out of position, so he tries to slow him down with a hook.
Pretty cut and dry call. A daunting task looms for the penalty-killing unit here on this 4-on-3 man advantage. Nelson's won a big draw in their own end. And manages to clear the zone.
4 minutes, 30 seconds.
The Blues get a hold of the puck along the boards. Schwartz takes it across the line. On the doorstep, denied by the goaltender. And he slides it quickly to Suter. Overtime winner! They score! And this one's all over! Well, you post a goose egg, it makes it a lot easier when you're chasing a win, Ray.
It's pretty simple that if your goalie's this good, you can take a chance somewhere, you feel like you're always covered behind you, and he was lights out again tonight.
He sure was.
Wow, he got that thing away so quickly. Waited for the pass, timed it perfectly, and then beats the goaltender.
Well, this one's in the books. A fun one tonight for Ray Ferraro. My name is James Cybulski. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Good night.